you mentioned that you were wrestling when you first. So
Right.
was it an injury? Was it a particular move? Did something happen, or was it kind of just the wear down of your body?
Right. So the whole setup was wait a second, I'll take medicine. I'm in chronic pain, guys. I take
Okay.
medicine. Okay, so the whole setup was actually so you guys get the idea of CRPS now.
Mhm.
It's constant pain, and I went so long undiagnosed. It was so unfair. But what happened was, as if this was a crazy enough story of survival and how did I survive? How did I battle this disease without medicine? And I didn't even have marijuana. I didn't have anything this whole time. Well, what originally happened was the torn ligaments. And what happened was it kind of like what you just said, the breakdown of my body. So, as if this is a crazy story enough, my story before the wheelchair was even more insane. I ended up training under Funaki for a year, but then I also trained under Rikishi for just under a year. And my time at Rikishi's was in LA. It was sleeping out of my vehicle, and I don't know if like I'm a nobody, so I'm sure a lot of people are not familiar with my story, but I did it the old fashioned way, you know? I was like, I want to be a professional wrestler. I want to do this the right way. I don't want to be a mark in tights. I don't want to be this person that's just out there on the indies getting all these bad indie habits. I want to be the wrestler. So training under Funaki made sense and in San Antonio, Texas, and then training under Rikishi in LA made sense. So, but to train under these legends is very expensive. And I didn't have any money. I didn't have like any proper support. So I had to sleep out of my vehicle, and my shoot job was actually a night shift. Like I would go back and forth from like being one of the only girls unloading semi trucks to like it was a physical manual labor job where I would pull pallets with pallet jacks and then unload the boxes and freight and stuff. So I would do that like a 10-hour night shift, and then I would get in LA traffic, drive to Planet Fitness that was 24 hours, and I would go work out, then I would shower at Planet Fitness, you know, brush my teeth, and then I would be in my PJs and run out back to my vehicle. And I was so poor, my air conditioning would not work in my vehicle, and also I couldn't even afford gas to keep it running anyway. So I would literally be at the in the middle of Los Angeles in this Planet Fitness. It's outside of the Burbank Airport. It's hot as F, you know. There you go. Sorry, producers. I'm watching you, producers. I got you. I got you, producers.
We're
I'm gonna
trying to
try
keep it
not to talk.
PG-13. It's great.
So anyway, so there I am in the middle of LA thinking I'm gonna die, you know, every day, get like, you know, and so I crack the windows. I have this like battery operated fan that's blowing hot air on me, and I try to sleep in the vehicle for like a couple hours, getting like heat stroke and sun poisoning. And then you would have thought I was an advocate for Planet Fitness because just so I wouldn't get towed, I would plaster my vehicle with Planet Fitness stickers saying I belong here, you know. So like I would be a little protected, like you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, because every out in LA they're trying to tow you every 5 seconds. But anyway, so then I would not sleep, not eat, and then I'd get up and then go to wrestling class. And then with wrestling school, they would have a list of all the chores you would have to do in class, like bleach out the mats, scrub the toilets, you know, mop the floors. And I would get antsy, you know, just sitting there waiting for all the students to come up because you were just supposed to pick a chore and go and do it. And each student was supposed to do something. It got to a point where I would just do all the chores because I was just like, let's wrestle. Come on, come on, come on.
Yeah.
You know? So I would like it, like low key, I would do all the chores in school, scrub the toilets, mop the floors, scrub the floors. I'd be on my hands and knees, like getting all that stuff done. And then all the students would start coming in. It's like, let's go, guys, let's wrestle. And then I'd wrestle for like 3 hours with them. And then it'd be like 9 at night. I'd have to get in my vehicle, get back in LA traffic, and go back to work and work another 10-hour night shift and do it all over again. And I did that. I paid my dues. There were times I would go like 3 days without food because I had to pay for wrestling school. And I don't know how I did it, but I filmed a lot of it. I documented a lot of it because I was like, no one's ever going to believe this story.
Yeah.
And then I got put in a wheelchair. I I I tore my ligaments when I went over the ropes, and Rikishi was there. He witnessed it. The whole class witnessed it, and it was just a freak accident. Wrestlers get hurt. It's a physical sport, and you just wouldn't expect to get hurt and not to get better. And that's what happened. I sacrificed my life. I sacrificed my 20s. I paid my dues. I did everything you're supposed to do the correct way to be a professional wrestler, just to get sick and not be able to wrestle. And it's so cruel that it has to be the world's most painful pain known to mankind. It's like, you can't write this.